Welcome to another Easter DIY tutorial. Hi, it's Vilma for Redesign with Prima. And for this DIY, I will start by sprinkling a little of cornstarch onto a flat surface. I will be using two different air-dry clays today. The first one is white and from the brand Dash. I will take a small portion of clay, soften it with my hands, and place it on my cutting board. Then, using a rolling pin, I will gently roll it out just a bit. When the clay is rolled out, I will be using a small ceramic plate to shape my molds. I will add a little cornstarch to the plate to prevent the clay from sticking while it dries. I will place the clay inside the ceramic dish, as you can see in video, and begin shaping the edges with a wave design. Once I'm happy with the design, I will set it aside to dry. The second clay I'll be using is much more affordable, and I found it in the craft section at Dollarama. I will follow the same process, but this time I will be add a little of cornstarch directly to the clay to make it easier to roll it out. This clay is a little bit steeper than the first one I used, but honestly it was much easier to work with once I added the cornstarch. It was also easier to shape. A little tip, keeping the clay a bit thicker makes it much easier to mold. For the raised details, I added a little bit of water and refined them with a smoothing tool, but this is optional. You can even use your fingers to add definition. I will let them dry completely for 2 days before moving on to painting. Once our little balls are dry, I will paint them with a white water-based acrylic paint. I'm using Jasmine from Fusion. I will let that layer dry, then add a lighter pear-colored layer thin with a bit of water. I will paint both the inside and outside of each ball. I will be painting each piece in my set of little balls. Once the little balls are dry, we'll move on to the adding our design. I will be using the Middy Transfer called Garden Whimsy, which comes with 3 sheets featuring different beautiful designs inspired by Easter. I will start by choosing the designs I want to add to each of my little balls and cut them one by one. Then I will remove the protective backing from the transfer and slowly rub it on with my transfer tool without pressing too hard until the design starts to appear. Once that's done, I will use my fingers to check that there are no air bubbles and make sure the design is properly adhered. I will continue adding the rest of the transfer to each of the balls, following the same process. The designs include bunnies, Easter eggs, carrots, and other lovely elements. They have pastel colors with a touch of vintage aging. And look how cute are these balls. I leave you with the rest of the transferring process. Once this process is finished, you can decide if you're happy with your bowls and move on to sealing them. However, here's an option to paint or raise details and give your pieces a vintage age finish. For this, we'll be using liquid fluid and the Mica powder set Serenity, Oriental, and a pearl color from the pearls and crystal sets. But you can also have the option to paint them in a single color, two, or multiple colors like I'm doing. I will be add a few drops of the fluid medium to a divided container and then add a small amount of mica powder in different colors. I will mix each color separately and using a small craft brush, I will start by painting just one part of the bowl, inside and out. Then with another brush and before it dries, I will add a bit of the pearl color and start blending it. After that, I will continue adding each of my other colors, following the same process. If you feel you added too much color, you can use a damp cloth or a baby wipe to remove the excess before the paint dries. Once painted and dry, I will add a bit of liquid acrylic burnt sienna for an age finish. But this is optional. You can skip this step and just keep the previous process. I will mix a little of the paint since it's very concentrated into some fluid medium, and using a brush or a sponge brush, I will blend it in circular motions or just doing some small touches over the edges of the little bowl, and then over all the entire piece from inside and out, avoiding the transfer design. I will do the same for each of my little bowls. Once all are dry, I will seal the transfer and the entire bowl. First, to seal my transfer and my paint, I am using a clear top coat, which is a water-based sealer. I will let it dry for 2 hours, then apply another sealer that is hand wash and food safe. This way, the bowls can safely hold food like cookies, chocolates, gummies, candies, and other edible treats. And this is how these beautiful little bowls turn out. You can use them to hold your keys, jewelry, or even food if they are sealed properly. Let me know what you think about this DIY and if you've tried something similar. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to our channel today for more ideas and tutorials. And see you in another flip.